wanted to create joy through chaos.
We noticed a problem amongst our peers. It's a relatively simple problem, at least in theory, but it's a big one. The problem, quite simply, is that people are unhappy.
You see evidence of this problem every day, especially on the internet. The problem is a result of people's frustration with everyday life. The monotony of going to school or work every day in and day out, can be physically and emotionally taxing.
Around this time, we also discovered an organization called Improv Epica, with a mission statement that largely paralleled the issue that we were trying to tackle. In their words, we are focused on creating comedy for comedy's sake and staging events that purposefully have no explicit reason behind them, other than the goal of spreading chaos and joy throughout the world. Here's an example of just what they do to combat boredom.
Welcome everybody to the 10th annual No Pants Subway Ride. We have 10,000 RSVPs on Facebook today. Raise your hand if you think you're the oldest person here. Can anybody beat 76? All right, who's the youngest person here? There are 16s all over New York today. There are also the No Pants Subway Ride this year is happening in 50 cities all around the entire world.
Here we saw a solution to the problem and began our first project, the Happy Birthday Sylvia project. Beginning with balloons we found in my closet, we blew them up and put them in Sylvia's locker one night in order to greet her the next morning. After the initial surprise, Sylvia was greeted with happy birthday from strangers throughout the day.
The catch? It wasn't Sylvia's birthday. After that, we moved on to our second project, called The School is Freezing. After sending out a mass Facebook message and an extremely detailed map, we organized the group to create a freeze flash mob, or in other words, on the way to 5th hour, at the sound of the 2-minute bell, a large group of people froze in their way of walking to class. We cut out the sound because we were really obnoxious. strolled through casually like nothing was going on. Some people tried to talk to them. Mrs. Hecht made a comment that she was confused too, and speculated that it was the drama class being weird. The direct quote. This kid's my favorite. He just walked through for like a solid minute. It's just Zach by turning the pages. You can see Mrs. Hecht in the background. And the bellman.
We learned a couple of things from our projects. The first is that risk equals reward. Doing something abnormal involves stepping out of your comfort zone, something that is easier said than done. In the end, that's what takes something from mediocre to spectacular.
The second is that there's always something. Unhappiness amongst our peers might not look like a lot when compared against something like AIDS or world hunger, but part of being a leader is noticing not only the big picture, but the small one too. A world of difference can be made by even the smallest of things, or in some cases, the weirdest. Thank you.
Part of your project is to answer some questions. Are there 3 or 4 questions that you can ask this group that they can answer?
No sword fight. No, it's funny about this.
We did have a couple of failed projects, but
Yeah.
No, some people gave hope, to others and then just took it away.
sorry.
That's not a question, Greg.
Close.
What are some other ideas that you had for projects and why maybe they didn't work out so well?
Yeah, my chamber choir was going to go Christmas caroling downtown, and I was really excited. And I asked almost everyone except for Noah. I think you were the only person I didn't ask. But, so I had a group coordinated, and we were all going to, and I got to the place where we were supposed to meet, and there were 3 of us. Which doesn't make sense as far as the choir goes, too, because we didn't have the melody, which was the part of the Christmas carol people knew. So it would kind of sound like we were tone deaf. And also it was weird. Like, we tried singing a little bit, and like people didn't really care because there were only 3 of us. But yeah, that kind of goes back to the risk and reward thing, too, though. So it was really awkward, but I mean, it could have been cool.
I have a couple of other questions, too. So flash mobs, when you see it happen, it looks like it's pretty easy, but there's also like commercials where they sort of make fun of flash mobs, like you have those cell phone commercials where you didn't get your message quick enough and you have one person doing the whole thing. What are some experiences that you noticed positively or negatively with creating the flash mobs and making it happen and that kind of stuff?
A lot of people were nervous. Like, a lot of people would come up and ask me right before, like, are you sure it's right now? Like, you're sure it's right now? So there's that. Luckily, people still follow through with it. Mia Weed, I don't know if you know who that is. She's a sophomore. She came up to me after 5th hour, and she was like, where was everyone? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, she did it in, like, a completely opposite side of the school and was totally alone. And she looked around and kept walking. She realized no one else was around. So there's just, despite my math, which was pretty detailed. I mean, there are a few issues that arise with it, but it's just mostly just organizing a group and getting everyone involved.
So how did social media impact that? How did it help to keep things secret? How did it help to keep your project alive?
It helped a lot just through like coordinating a group without having to ask people in the hallways where there's a risk of other people walking up and being like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Plus, then you can add in multiple times that this is a secret, which helps when it's in print, especially if you see it more than once. So that was really helpful. And you can include things like a map. And I put in a video of, because Improv Everywhere did a freeze flash mob too in Central Park, I think, so I could include that video too to show them exactly what was expected.
How did the happy birthday Cynthia turn out?
Pretty well. She was confused, obviously, which was our point, and she asked Megan later because Megan has her.
She knew it was me because I was her spirit for volleyball, so I'm the one who had to come, but
She took a picture.
she really liked it. She was happy, so it worked.
That reminds me, if you ever notice someone's Facebook is still logged in and they forget about it, it's really fun to change their status to cause a lot of chaos. You know, maybe they're in a relationship or maybe they're not in one anymore. That's kind of interesting. And changing birthdays to find out who your real friends are and who your Facebook friends are, that's a lot of fun too. It can piss people off as well.
Fun story about that. My sister had a friend in Chicago who actually brought that up, and she noticed that, so she pulled up another Facebook, created an account for her friend's cat, and made her in a relationship with her cat.
That's a whole different kind of sex, you know.
Sean, you know Sean Bradley,